This is a look at the Boltzmann 30-watt focusable LED video light. I picked the Boltzmann 30-watt because it's the brightest focusable LED video light that's powered by a single Sony L battery. There's also a 50-watt model of the same size, but I read there are issues running off battery power. Plus, the 30-watt is fanless, which means no noise and no moving parts that can potentially break down. Included with the lights are barn doors, 3 gels, AC, and D-tap cables. There's either a soft case with a single light or a hard case with 2 or more lights. Build quality. The light is mostly plastic. It'll feel inferior compared to traditional metal Fresnels like RE or LTM. The yoke is metal, but the rosettes are inserts made of plastic. Considering the relatively small size, I wish it included a 1/4-20 thread for mounting the light directly onto a ball head instead of the yoke, which takes up considerably more space when packed. The threads on the yoke is almost the same size as 1/4-20, but it may be metric as it didn't seem to screw in perfectly. Light quality. I wanted the light to have enough output to shoot a subject against the window. The 30 watts puts out just enough light. I could get adequate exposure at about 6 feet from the subject, even at full flood. This is a challenge for most on-camera LED panels, even at 3 feet away. I refrain from calling this light a Fresnel because it doesn't actually use a Fresnel lens. Instead, it has a dimple glass and a push-pull mechanism for focusing. This is effective enough, but the dimple pattern becomes apparent when the barn doors are closed down. The barn doors work well enough cutting lights, but don't expect it to be the sharpest shadows. My biggest issue is with the gels. There are 2 clear gels for diffusion. The third is a CTO. It brings the color temperature to match fluorescent instead of the traditional tungsten. Changing the gels is the pain in the ass. It requires unscrewing the barn doors as opposed to dropping it in a slot. I think for this reason, I would recommend spending a little extra and buying the bicolor version of the Boltzmann 30 watt. Overall, I don't think there's a better option at this size and price point.